Hello.
Hi, hi Janvi, hi Hiteshi. All well, all packed up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start with uh, the decision to go for the Ladies European Tour Q School. Was it always the target at the start of 2021, or did you kind of decide after the way the season has gone for both of you that you decided now it's time to step up?
I would say it was always from the start to play an LET tour. So yeah, it wasn't something that just because of one match we decided to go to LET.
Hmm.
It was all from the start.
No, not one match because
Mhm.
the season has gone off pretty well for both of you. Hiteshi, you broke through on the WGI this time last year, and you had two runner-up finishes. And Janvi, you had a kind of a dream season, 4 wins and two runner-up finishes. And I was checking your stats. Boulder Hills and AGC, you've either shot under par or level par in the last 6 rounds. So obviously that kind of tells a tale. But again, a question for both of you. Behind it, it reads very well. Those red numbers on the score sheet. But talk about the grind, the daily grind that go through. Just like today, it was raining in Delhi and Gurgaon. Did you practice in the rain?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Okay, talk about that because at times because for women's golf in India tournaments aren't that frequent. You have very long breaks like after December, depending how the situation is, you may not have tournaments in January. Similarly for men's as well, but then normally you don't have you probably have what 12 to 15 events a year, so which
Mhm.
means that the gaps between those legs is a lot more. So I mean, to stay motivated, to keep grinding, or I should say working hard, talk about that phase, when you are kind of away from tournaments and you have to keep working.
I'd like to start by something my coach Anitya Chansar, like our coach, has always said. He said that to win a tournament, you don't need luck, you don't need anything else, nothing magical. If you
Mm,
can say that I've put in more hours of practice than anyone else on the field, then you can trust yourself to go out there and win and
mm,
play well.
mm.
So, with that keeping as the rule, we try to put in at least 40 to 50 hours a week, including fitness, towards this game because it is our job,
Mm.
and our passion too. We're lucky enough that, we are able to do something that we love for so long. So, we put in everything we have with all our hearts.
Mm. What about you, Hiteshi?
I would say like we all know that at some point we are going to have to go abroad and play these matches, right? And at that time we cannot stop because it's raining or it's too hot, it's too cold. So keeping that in mind, that's what motivates me to keep on practicing in such weathers.
Hmm. No, because a lot of players do this. They make it a point to go out and practice when it's raining because if you are planning to
Mhm.
play abroad, these conditions are going to be routine for you.
Right.
Strong winds, rain. So you kind of pretty much used to these conditions, or rather practicing in the rain.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So coming back to the season, on the WGI, it's now, I guess, pretty much done for you, for both of you, because you'll be out. So, Janvi, kind of a dream season for you, 4 wins and four runner-up finishes. So, when you kind of reflect, what goes through? Is it the hard work, or what other factors?
Like I've said before, it is the belief in my practice. I know that I've practiced enough number of times to be able to repeat it on course. And somewhat, and in the back of the mind, that always gives me the confidence that I need that yes, I have done it a lot of times. I trust myself for that. And then I do it on the course because, when I'm on a shot and it's really important, the first thought that comes into my mind is, I've done this shot on the range. I've played this shot. I can do this. I've repeated it, umpteen number of times. So, in pressure situations and all of that. So I trust myself enough that, yes, I can do this. And then I do it. Like, hopefully I get it right every time.
Right. So, and for you, Hiteshi, looking back at the season, one win last year this time and two runner-up finishes. And yes, not to forget, the 7 under 65 at Boulder Hills. Pretty unheard of in Indian women's golf.
So I would say, like, whenever we say a player plays well, we don't say that because of this person, this player played well. It's because of an army of people standing behind or with that person. So there are a lot of people with me. I would thank my coach Anitya Chand sir, DLF, Karan sir, my fitness trainer, my course management sir, my mother, my friends, my sister. So it's like a big, huge army for me who are always there, keep on motivating me and pushing me to perform well.
Both of you are pretty much trained to, speak on the big stage now. Tick all the right boxes. Okay. So, Hiteshi, talk about that round, 7 under 65. I mean, what was going through your mind? Because often what happens is, it depends on the player. That if you started very well, you've gone really low initially. There's often the temptation to kind of hold on, play safe, so that that at the end of the day you have a decent score to show. What was going through your mind that day?
I would say I teed off on the first hole and I just said, just play your game, just don't think much about it. First day was the 3 overs, so I knew that it's not that a great score, but I knew my game. So after the 3 birdies in the front 9, it just kind of hung with me. I was like, now I'm gonna play a good golf. I know it. So I started to go ahead, take some advantage of it, started attacking pins, made a birdie on the 13th hole when I was in a bush. That was something which made me go more hunger for birdies. Then again made a birdie on 14th. And it was like, come on, let's make it more because I was 5 under, then 17th again a birdie, then 18th again a birdie. So it was more of attacking game and believing in myself that I can do it today.
Have you ever shot of 7 under at practice?
I have shot 6 under in IGU.
Okay.
And 7 under in a pro-am in DLF.
What about you, Janvi? What's the lowest that you've gone at practice?
Practice, I'd say, like, I go low in tournaments.
Okay, that is okay. You perform where it matters.
Yeah.
So now, looking ahead, how much homework have you done going into Q school? Homework as in reading up on what to expect, conditions, the course, and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've made ourselves aware that what kind of climate and winds we're going to be expecting, the kind of grass the course is having, because there are a lot of online resources available. Checking out the layout of the golf course, reading up, on some strategies, because there are a lot of blogs who would say, the first hole you can play like this. So basically, we've prepared ourselves what to expect and how to expect it. So that when we're on the course, it's not 100% alien to us, because it's the first time us traveling to Europe, so it's going to be a lot of new experiences, a lot of new things. But we don't want to be surprised by anything. We've made ourselves as mentally prepared as we can be.
So what kind of grass do you have there?
It's definitely not a crabgrass over there. It has just normal grass because it's a winter area. It's going to be winter seeds in it. And it's going to be fast greens. It's a resort golf course, so it means it's going to be quite open. It's by the side of ocean. Full windy, cold. Temperature is going to drop to 5 to 6. With winds, you may feel it to 2 or 3 degrees.
So. And it's an open area with 2 golf courses. So
you're going to kind of fluctuate between 2 golf courses?
Yeah.
So how is it going to work? One day one golf course, second day the other one.
Yeah, so so basically there are two golf courses within the same premises. One is the north course and the south course. So we're gonna go north south, or south north. I mean, depending upon which group. So they've divided the entire field into two groups, A and B, and then
Hmm.
accordingly they'll alternate us through the courses.
So two of you traveling alone, or mom is also going to go?
Mama is
Mom's with
coming.
us.
Okay. So is this the first time that you're kind of traveling abroad for a tournament? Uh,
No.
This
As
is
a professional, yes,
as a
but
professional.
not.
as a
Okay. So
professional tour and to Europe too.
okay. So what else? What else homework have you done? I mean, kind of as part of this, because it's for both of you. It's a very big part of the learning curve. One hopes that you will come back with a LET card, but still, I mean, either way, you will get to learn a lot.
Yeah.
True.
सो कुछ और पढ़ाई किया है इसके बारे में आपने मतलब stuff like I don't know, I mean, as a from a player's perspective you know better, but things which you feel are important, which might help you on this trip.
One of the most important thing going abroad is knowing the climate, and we have done the homework about knowing what the climate is going to be. So it means that
Mm.
we know what kind of clothes we need to carry to go there. It's not like
Mm.
we're gonna freeze to death over there or gonna die due to hotness. So we
Mm.
know that what kind of clothes we are carrying. So for me, it's one of the most important thing to carry good clothes. So we
Mm.
did that homework. Golf always good to go.
Mhm. But tell me, you'd need rain gear over there, I guess. बारिश तो होगी वहाँ.
Sure.
हाँ, तो but are you both of you, are you used to playing competitive round in rain gear?
Yeah, like we said before, like we've played abroad many times in Asia. In Asia, there's hell lot of rain, like countries like Singapore, Hong
Hmm.
Kong, they never
Hmm.
stop raining. So
Hmm.
yeah, we have played competitive golf there. Even in India, if you see rain, it doesn't stop. In Hyderabad last week when we played, it was
Hmm.
raining and we were playing. So
No, but the difference, I guess, between here and there is once it starts raining, temperature really dips, and
True.
adjusting to that for players going from here, that is the challenge. That is the challenge.
yeah,
Hmm.
so when
Hmm.
it rains and the temperature drops, we carry those heat pockets, which help us to keep our hands warm,
Hmm.
and warm gloves, woolen cap. That's all we can do. And
And the two of us have also been to Japan where the same thing happens, the temperature drops and it rains. So
Hmm.
we've experienced that, we've played tournaments and that, so that adds to our experience and, helps us be mentally prepared that even if it rains, we know what to expect and how to handle it.
Right, but adjusting to playing competitively with two or maybe three layers on, uh, that's not very easy because it takes some adjusting.
But then it's golf, you gotta do it.
we've even been practicing that way, wearing layers and layers, getting as uncomfortable right now, better than going there and becoming uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
yeah.
what is the? Will you be staying at the official hotel or you've taken up a Air BNB?
We're staying at the official hotel because they've created this
Bubble.
bubble. Coming in and out of it is very hectic, and then we've got to have to rent our own cars and all that. So we're saying that it's for the first time, so we'll just stay at the official hotel and then watch how things work, and then maybe from the next time we'll.
Now, considering that the situation also is changing, have has the LET kind of given you a to-do list on the things that you can do and things that are kind of forbidden, keeping the COVID situation?
Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing anyone with you, all their vaccination details and negative RT-PCR and everything has to be there, double masking, social distancing, hand sanitization. I mean, the basic COVID SOPs.
But no quarantine. I mean, the moment you land, you
Not,
need to
not as
quarantine.
of now.
So the fact that both of you are double vaccinated, that is enough, or you also need a negative RT-PCR?
Only I'm vaccinated. Hiteshi is still underage for the vaccination. But even if we are vaccinated, we're still taking the negative RT-PCR.
Okay, okay,
Because
okay.
of course, I mean, they haven't officially marked it, but the situations are change. The situation is changing, so it's better to get it done and take it.
Mhm. But looking ahead at the 2022 season, have you kind of thought of how it's going to pan out for you after Q School?
It all depends on how the Q school goes. I mean, we're hoping that we get the full card and we get the entire season for us to play. So if that happens, then of course we're both just going to give even more to golf, like absolutely dedicated to
Hmm.
golf. Like then it will just be golf. I mean, we'll put our studies on hold, and then absolutely focus on golf.
Right, huh? I was coming to that. While at the Q School, पढ़ाई का क्या होगा?
Well, it's a priority check, I would say. The priority is golf.
The priority is golf, but what about you? Both of you are having your online classes.
Yeah, I'm doing my both.
Oh yes, wow. So क्या you kind of not give your boards this year?
So I gave an application to CBSE. So
Hmm.
they have considered me. So either I'm gonna repeat, I'm gonna give a retest for them, or let's see what they say. But they have considered me. So
Okay, and Janvi, what about you?
I have my end semesters right after I return from there, so I'll have to do the evening studies.
Acha. So along with your golf bags, your books are also going.
Thankfully, it's all online, so they're all downloaded. But yeah,
So I mean, has it kind of see playing amateur golf and professional golf? They're two very different things. Right now, you kind of, as you said, if a full card comes your way, your priorities are going to change. Your life is going to change. It'll be living out of a suitcase, in and out of flights, and maybe you'll have to let go of your mom's hand also because she also has a life. But have you kind of thought about those things that it's going to be a dramatic shift in lifestyle, in probably your mentality also?
yeah, I
Because,
mean,
huh,
when we started golf, someday or the other we knew that we have to go outside India and play. So I believe from the starting of our game, we knew that a change gonna happen. It's either right now or maybe 2, 3 years later. But we always had that mentally. But now I guess we both are mentally prepared that change gonna happen, and we are quite positive about that change. We are not not ready or something like that. We are always ready, and we are mentally prepared. That's one of the most important things.
so we have a coach, Jonathan Manny, sir. He has this saying that we're not just creating golfers, we're creating independent athletes. So,
okay.
from the beginning, he has conditioned us. He, along with all of our coaches back at DLF, all of them have made it a point that whatever we do it of our own accord, and we are held responsible for it and our actions and the consequences of the actions. So it's like one of our mantras. We have to be independent athletes. So, we've been conditioned that way. We've been taught to think in that manner. So, whenever we have a swing issue or swing trouble, we're not taught to, immediately go running back to our coaches and say, sir, ye kharab ja raha hai, just do something. No, we're taught to first analyze, first, try to figure out what's happening, try to isolate the issue, that why exactly something is happening, and then, trying to coming out with solution. And then, of course, they will be there if we can't do this, that's for sure. But the first step is to try to understand what your body is doing.
So you leave day after?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. Okay. So effectively 4th early morning, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. All the very best. and hopefully we'll get some good news from there.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Take care and have a safe flight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye. Bye.